Them
thrones.
We ain't never left them alone.
Never have.
Them thrones. We back every week in your home.
And your phone.
Alright. What's up, man? It is another week of the Real Negus reviews of Them Thrones. What up, Mike?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm kind of shooketh on this from this episode, but I'm good, man. I'm still recovering.
Thou shaketh in your Westeros boots.
Yeah, man. I thought I had clicked on a link to the Pornhub or something, man, for this episode.
Man, this was real. Remember HBO had the Real Sex, and it got all the way up to like 94 or something like that.
Yeah, this
This
was
was
Real
like
Sex Westeros, man.
This was Real Sex Westeros, man.
Because they always did on those Real Sex episodes, they really did always have one little segment about when real pale white people got together and everybody was naked and just writhing on each
Yeah.
other. So yeah.
Yeah.
And it was always one with a leather like a motorcycle cap or a sailor's hat on. So that's basically what they had in this episode of Hot D.
Yeah, man. Hot D turned up the heat, man. It was they took us to hedonism.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, it was a lot, man. You had to they ain't even warn you at the beginning. You know how they used to come on and be like, this got strong sexual content, nudity, adult content, adult language.
Yeah, man. They just was
Hey,
like,
brother, Dick's
man,
gonna
y'all
be out
know.
in this episode.
They like, y'all
Right.
know what's
It's
going
the
on.
Thrones. You here.
Mm-hmm.
You here. You already know what time it is, man. But before we jump in the show, man, I'm comedian B Stuck.
I'm Michael Harriet.
All right, and we are the Real Negus, and this is the Dem Thrones podcast. Just jump in. You already know what time it is, man. Like, share, subscribe. Donate to the show, to the Cash App. We'll drop that in the chat. And all that good stuff, man. But yo, Mike, man, episode 4, Game of Thrones. This was one of those episodes where it had all of the familiar Game of Thrones elements to it, but it's like, man, bro, like he fucking his knees, man.
Yeah.
Wait, I ain't trying to see. They dialed up the incest on him.
Yeah, man. Everybody was grown on on actual Game of Thrones. So, they got a real heavy factor. Not just incest, pedophilia, incest,
The
underage
pedophilia.
sex, all of that
Yeah.
in this man. So yeah, I guess we got to get past all of that because I guess technically we know that Jon Snow was a product of. I mean, Cersei and her brother, bruh. Um, Cersei and Jamie was incestuous, but I don't know, man. It just seems so
But
like they mixed all of it. They mixed the pedophilia with the incest and got hot D.
right, is it. I mean, I don't even want to explore. I don't even want to call it pincest or whatever they call this, man. I always thought, like, we thought it was weird that Jamie and Cersei had sex on their dead son's body. Like, he wasn't even cold yet. But this, bruh, like, I mean, he left, the uncle left little love notes, went on the little adventure, looked like one of them old cologne commercials where you just break out and go into the city. And then next thing you know, the smell of the cologne got you aroused. Next thing you know, you in the whole orgy.
Yeah, man. Hey, so let's talk about this, man, because I guess we might have differing views on this. I do not think so. I do not think that Damon was trying to have sex with his niece. I think he was explicit. So you have to put this in the context of the conversation they did just had where Rihanna Targaryen was lamenting about how she'll never be like she either got to marry somebody she don't love and be trapped in a loveless marriage for the rest of her life, or be in solitude. And she said like she'd become happy with the solitude now. On the other hand, Damon seemed sympathetic to that, and so I think he was trying to show her, like to give her the freedom that he had as a young man and use it to his advantage to, get weasel his way back to the Iron Throne. But I do not think that I think he was trying to arouse her sexual curiosity, but I don't think he ever meant to have sex with her. And I think she just got a little hot and bothered, and it crossed her mind, and then she let all her frustrations out on, the knight who was the knight who sat by the door.
Oh yeah, J Cole cousin.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we got to get into what J Cole song was playing on that scene. But no, I think so. I got a different perspective on it, Mike. I think that Damon, his whole it was a whole kind game. His only thing that he wanted to do was get back at his brother. And the best way to get back at his brother was to sleep with his niece slash his well, the king's daughter, his brother's daughter, and his niece. So I think that because they are Targaryen, there is a genuine arousal there. I think that in this context, it was just him wanting to get back at the king, not act on his actual attraction to his niece, and
I,
that's
I,
why
I
he pulled up at the end.
yeah, I agree with you on all of that. I agree that it was part of his plan, but I think his plan was to besmirch her name, and he could do that without having sex with her. All he wanted to do was to make people think that he had sex with her, to get that to besmirch her name, because if he sullied her name, then she can't be queen, because he know his brother Viserys is real
Mm-hmm.
wishy-washy. So he removed her as the heir apparent, and that opens it up to the possibility that he could, become the king, because everybody already know, the word is out on the streets that he went down to the sea islands and handle his business, cut a dude in half with a Mardi Gras mask. So the word is out on the streets,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um,
Right,
and so all
especially
he
on Bourbon Street.
Right, right. Where they were, they went to see a little play, um, saw some spoken word poetry.
They,
Uh, you know,
they went to a Tyler Perry play.
yeah, yeah. And then they just went to the whole house, and so I think his goal was, like, we might see in later episodes that he knew that the little dude was there the whole time that was going to run back and tell the king's hand, what was going on. So,
Right.
I don't think me and you are saying two different things. I think we just interpret him different. I think he was doing both what you and I said, with the goal of, like, his ultimate goal was to get back the crown. But I do think Damon genuinely cares about his niece, and he was trying to
Yeah.
give her, like, even if he sullies her name, right? She might hate it then, but what it does is really give her freedom, because if he sullies her name, she won't have to marry nobody, right?
Right.
Like
Right. 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 Right.
like
And they can keep it all in the family.
right. Um, so I think it's a little bit of both of those things, man. But like the way he went about doing it was a little underhanded, man. She got the he. I went first of all. Where'd she get a starter cap from? Like, where'd she get
Yeah.
a skull cap from, man? Like, she got that's one of those North Face caps, man. They keep you real warm, man.
No,
I don't know.
that was the Lululemon. She pulled out the Lululemon and had the little logo on the side. You know, that's what the white girls wear.
Yeah, you might be right because she did have some yoga pants on with that. Hey, let me
Yeah,
ask you
like
this
what they
though.
got,
You know, I'm real.
whatever.
I'm real cognizant of what they be wearing under those princess dresses, man. Did you see the white Reeboks 5411 she had on with her white dress?
I thought those were New Balance. I I
They
thought
look
those,
they look like in the see I'm older than you, so in the late '80s, early '90s, Reebok, the high top, original high top white Reeboks, right? They were selling them
yeah.
for 49. They used to be sold for 49.99, which was a high price back then. But with tax, they was $54.11. So people used to call them 5411s. And I think she had on. I think there was the 5411s, man. They might have been the high top felines, but I would go with 5411s.
See, man, I gotta pay attention to that now, man. I ain't stay woke on that. I was looking at the other side. I've been paying attention to how many fingers the king got each episode. Like
Bro, he got
they
X's
told him, like,
everywhere.
look, man. They was like, look, man, you got 9 more times to run up on me. Count them.
Yeah,
And then
man.
he was
We just
like,
going
look,
all
man,
off
I only
topic,
got.
man. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back in sequential order. So we first opened it up. Like the first scene to me was cool because we saw our boy
Yeah,
again. Oh, the Dondarrion fellas. He was in the first
yeah, we
scene.
did.
So
We did, Mike.
was
Go
that
ahead.
somebody from his house or was that him?
Yeah, yeah, nah, that was somebody from his house. I think that might have been his dad. I was a little disappointed that that wasn't actually him. But yeah, I think that was his daddy or somebody like that, or like his favorite uncle or something. But yeah, no, that first scene was dope, man. With the game of dates, they had it was like the Westeros, it was Bachelorette Westeros edition, had everybody
Yeah.
lining up,
It was like the dating game,
and
right? With Chuck Woolery.
yeah, hey, no, with fuck around and find out. that
Hey, boy.
little boy
Hey,
was not playing,
hey,
man.
man. They was sleeping on little kid. They was like, hey, man, I'm telling you, if you come with me, my people run the woods, bruh. And if you come with us, you know what I'm saying? You gonna be safe, cause everybody in my family handle their business. And people start fucking with him, and they showed him,
Right. I mean, I was like, look, they said he had the blood of the first men still running in his veins. Like why would you sleep on that?
bruh. You do not
Man,
fuck around with the first men. I'd rather fuck around with the
come on,
second,
man.
third, and fourth men all together than the first men. You don't fuck around with the first men.
That man literally got the capability to make one of the giants. So
Yeah.
imagine having a little giant baby and a dragon. Like, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like that's powerful. And he sliced butt up, man. He shanked the shit out of him.
bruh. They had to tell her, hey, don't look at that now, cause he done sliced the buck.
Yeah,
And the sword was bigger than he
man.
was.
It was, and he was wielding that thing though. He
Yeah.
was like, look, nigga, what up? And
What's
he
up?
pulled up, man. But it was joke. I mean, Buddy was hitting him with the dozen. And
If
he
you
was
if
like,
you
fam,
listen
hey,
if you listen real close as they walking out, and you got to turn your volume up real high, you can hear him. You can hear little dude say, "Now who want to fuck with Hollywood Court?" Right. you you got to turn your volume all the way up,
you,
bro.
you you got to cut closed caption on that
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
The closed captions, the subtitles got to go. You not even subtitle. You got to go old school. Cut closed caption on. So yeah, yeah, man, that was a delight. That was an unexpected delight. I was like, that was pretty cool.
So, so moving on, right? Let me ask you this. So when she leaves there, and she's going back to the crib, right? She's going back to meet her dad.
Uh,
Was that the missing dragon that kind of dive bombed the ship, or was that her dragon?
I don't, uh, that was so. Was it Damon's dragon?
See, I think that
Since
was, there's a dragon that's unaccounted for that they said is the biggest dragon of them
I
all.
know, yeah. I
That,
don't know if we gonna see him just like I think he's somewhere. You know what I mean? Like he probably using his PTO right now, and
yeah.
he might show up like episode 9 or something. Be like, look, bro, I'm back. What did I miss? I
Or
don't know if we gonna see him just yet.
you never know, man. You never know, because he might be in a dragon pound, right? Like he might need to be rescued. He might be in a
Yeah,
dragon
he
pound waiting to be adopted by a nice Targaryen family.
or they could have, been in like a flea bottom and illegally parked the dragon, and they put a boot on it, and now he
Mhm.
can't fly. So as soon as they just pay the ticket, then next thing you know, we like, dang, oh, that's the dragon everybody talking about.
Right, right.
And he pull up in the old school deuce and a quarter.
So yeah, so she gets to her dad's house.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Her dad is
Yeah, I'm
her dad
saying,
is upset, man, about a couple things. First of all, Damon show up. He uh he show up with a crown of, what's that made of? Wood, bones. Was that the bones from the Mardi Gras mask, man, or was that wood?
it looked like uh uh it looked like the helmet that Rufio had on from Peter Pan. I always reference that movie. Like it was like old as hell, but a lot of callbacks to it. No, I don't know. It looked like a macaroni necklace that
Yeah,
he made into a little crown. You know what I'm saying? Like he mixed it like with the paper mache, like the old school arts and crafts we used to do. And we used to have to like blow up a balloon and then put newspaper on it, and then it made it like hard and whatever. And
what was cool about that though
I think it was
is
made out of that.
what was cool about it though is we got a chance to also see like how they add swords and hatchets and stuff to the Iron Throne, right? Like added to the
So
chair,
that,
bro. He
yeah,
he he donated some stuffing for the Iron Chair, and then he told his
yeah,
brother, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do whatever you say, man. I'm here for you. And then they went and had a
yeah.
cookout.
They went and had a cookout, and they made fun of the first lady, the queen. The queen was trying to offer us some suggestions on what to do, and I was like, "Please, nobody want to do that. Your goof ass."
Yeah,
And
shit. Nobody want to look at some tapestry for.
right, nobody trying to do that. You better
You want me to go
get
look
in the
at
bedroom
books?
so I can,
I just
so
came
I
from
can
war,
bed
right?
you later. Yeah, man. It was Yeah, that was kind of cool. I just know, man, the more I'm telling you, man, the more swords they add to that throne, man. Like, I mean, like, is the goal to have King Viserys, right? That's his name.
Yes.
Like, is the last like time we see him, is it like is he gonna be like this? Like he ain't gonna have no fingers, like he just gonna have all nubs. Are
He's
they gonna call
literally
him King Nubs?
he's literally allergic to being king, man. Um,
Like that thing is eating him up, man.
yeah,
Like
man, he needs some
he gonna be with
salve.
the full disfigure.
He needs a liniment.
You think they put a handicap sticker on his dragon?
I don't know, man. Like I don't know if he qualifies, but he got the king's plates on his dragon, so he get to park anywhere. He don't need no uh
I
handicaps.
mean, cause you need all your fingers to fly, right?
But
Like
he
you
only
know what I'm
flew a
saying? Isn't there
dragon
like
one
a
time, right?
violation?
He's only flown a dragon one time, right?
I know, but I'm saying like he got to maintain his dragon license.
Okay.
and you gotta have all your fingers for it. Because what if it jerked real hard and you only got like two fingers on one hand, and then you got half your you got 3.75 fingers on the other hand, and the dragon like hit some turbulence, like you're gonna be out for that, and then we ain't gonna have no more king.
I think all you need, and I'm pretty sure I've read about this, all you need really for, people talk about the opposable thumb, but the middle finger and the index finger are also as important. So I think as long as you have your middle finger, your index finger, and your thumb, bruh, like the pinky finger and the ring finger are kind of, disposable. So I think, like,
Mm.
or maybe, you never know, like he might have one of those, some of that equipment, like how when people with no legs have those stems that push the gas, or people have the knobs on the steering wheel. He might have some of that. You never know, man. He might have
like
some.
like how they like how they made the hand for Jamie when he had his
Yeah,
hand chopped off.
yeah,
Mm. I can
yeah. He
see
might.
that. But I mean, this is 200 years before Game of Thrones, so they don't have like modern technology. Like I just think, what I'm saying, like, hey, bro, like you just need to go and settle down, man. This ain't your bag right now, because that's what
Right.
it looked like in the previews of next episode. Next week episode gonna look like it's gonna be fire, Mike. So I'm already getting special seat belts for that one thing.
Yeah. So,
This was the lead up.
so, we see her go out with her uncle, and they go to the Tyler Perry play. They check out some spoken word. They get some samples from Costco. Some of those Costco samples. She's still too many. They
Mm,
chase her,
mm.
but she go back and then she seduce J. Cole cousin, man. And or I mean, I don't know,
She
man. He
put
could
it.
be he could be some relation to Keisha Cole. So
You
uh,
think more Keisha Cole? So you're saying what you're saying right now, Mike, is that a Keisha Cole record was more apropos for that scene than a J Cole record.
I don't know, cause see, I feel like they would have went to sleep halfway through if it was a J. Cole record.
That
And
is very true. That is
yeah,
very true.
yeah,
And they were up. But so I heard if it was a Keisha Cole record, it got to be the one with Diddy about last night.
yeah,
Last night, I couldn't even get an answer. Like he couldn't get an answer. The way he feel made him curl up deep inside.
yeah,
Like, cause he thinking, man, like he as a gold cloak, he was supposed to like take on this vow of celibacy. Now, what I'm saying, he running the risk of putting his head on a spike.
yeah.
And here,
I feel
Keisha
like
Cole
that.
singing, I need you, you need me.
See, I was going to more traditional with that song. Love, that song where she just be hollering, love.
Oh, never knew what nah, this one you needed answers, man. Like Diddy and Keisha were asking questions on there. They was
Yeah.
pertinent questions too.
You right, you right. I stand corrected. I'm always willing to learn and admit when I am wrong. So we know now that we know it wasn't a J. Cole song because they stayed awake, and it was probably the song with Keisha Cole and Diddy um, that she had her virginity broken to.
All right, so it's Keisha Cole cousin, not J. Cole cousin.
Not J. Cole. His
Because it was
name,
J.
yeah, Sir Keisha Cole. Sir
Yeah,
Keyshawn
Keisha
Cole
and
is his
Kristen.
name.
Yeah, that because they like to have the alliterations in their names. So it's
Mhm.
like Christian Cole, Keisha Cole, saying like Keandre Cole,
Yeah.
uh, you know,
See, remember this
Keystar
is 200
Cole.
years before Keisha Cole. So he a descendant,
Right,
an
right, right.
ancestor to Keisha. Okay. So
To
we getting
Keisha. Right,
somewhere.
right, right.
So we getting somewhere.
We getting somewhere. We
So we
getting
getting
somewhere. So she put it on him.
hmm
And I mean, the next morning he was like, man, like, do I call you later? Like, Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do we do now? And she was like, man, hey, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Now we cannot skip over the fact that old girl had to lay there and let the king, you know, get the pus off.
Yo.
You know he had pus, man, all on him because they've been she been wiping him down. She been wiping off stuff all night, and then she got to lay
Man,
under that, man. So it was a little bit of pus, some skin flakes,
yo.
and like
Like,
he got
no, go
stuck
ahead,
to
go
it a little
ahead.
bit. He probably got stuck to it a little bit from that pus.
So, so two things, right? You bringing up something that I was thinking about. Old girl was like I mean that was the most uncomfortable sex scene like in all of history. Like I mean, not all of history. I'm saying like like this was something that the Ravens are just gonna be sent throughout the realm to talk about. Like, because I thought this is what I thought was gonna happen. She was, I think, on one of those scenes, she was looking at rats, like it was rats in the belfry or something like that, and it looked like they was finna jump down and start eating on Buddy swords.
That was
And
Ratatouille,
I
man.
thought that was
He was there to ask what they was gonna cook, what they wanted him to cook for tomorrow. Who you think made all that food at the
right.
cookout and all that food at the second naming ceremony? Ratatouille. They showed him twice, man. That's who make all their food.
Yeah, and what happened was he was looking down at the swords, and the swords looked like clam chowder. And he was like, "All right, I know what I'm gonna hit him with some soup."
Yeah, yeah, it
And everybody
inspired him.
got soup.
Yep.
It inspired him.
Hmm.
Yo, and
Yeah,
so I felt so sorry for him, man, because it looked like he was finna skeet semen and pus up in that thing.
yeah,
And
man.
because it was gross. That was hella gross. And then the next day, she find out that her stepdaughter slash former best friend is out here getting that thing bust open. And she was jealous. She gonna confront her in front of the Wi-Fi tree.
Yeah. Now they go out to the Wi-Fi tree, but here's a question that we skipped over because even though we've gone over the scene in the brothel, I have a question for you. Do you think it is possible that Damon is gay? We ain't never
That
had.
Damon is gay?
Just think about it, right? He lied about his old lady being pregnant. They never really said that they had sex. They just say like she's his confidant. We know he don't like to have sex with his wife ever, right? He said he go to the brothels to watch, and he seduced his old niece, and we've seen twice where he couldn't get it up. Do you think it's possible?
I don't know. I mean he smashed the Melisandre's grandmother, the side chick who like he that's his girl.
They say it's his
But
confidant,
then
but
he did. I
go
mean,
ahead.
he smashed it all right.
I can't remember. I closed my
Yeah, I
eyes
think
and
he was
so.
smashing her like it was either it was either first episode. I don't know. I don't think he gay, Mike. I think he wants I think he want his niece. I just don't which I mean, I don't know. Like if you're a pedophile and you incestuous, I mean, it's not like I mean, it's not like you is it's not like that precludes you from doing anything else. But like like it's not like you have any inhibitions at this point. And so um I think that he was I think he smashed his side chick and had the side chick going. And I just think, with his niece and everything, he just couldn't get it up. Well, he couldn't get down with it because of what his motives were. His motives was just to deceive his brother or get back at his brother.
Now,
But I don't
so
know. We'll see.
so she dispelled those rumors. She go talk to her dad, and her dad tell her she gonna marry the Fresh Prince of Valeris, right? Combine their dragons, combine their houses, and it seemed like a good idea. Interracial couple that is actually in the same family. Like that's one of the weirdest dynamics ever. They different. I don't know if they are racist in Westeros or the Seven Kingdoms, but they are actually both Valerian. All Targaryens are Valerians,
Yeah,
but all Valerians aren't Targaryens. Um,
right.
so so they get the Mini Cooper dragon that Damon has. They combine the houses of Valeria, and they think Corlys is gonna be cool with that, and she seemed cool with it. Um, Now, I think that combination is going to be what we see for the rest of the season, right? Like, because that puts Corlys in play for the throne and his whole house. It puts because any progeny that comes from those two necessarily, if she the heir, then that makes him the next heir, right? Um, so that she like basically like the Prince William or Prince Charles of Game of Thrones, and it'll be a little mixed baby, but I don't see like does this mean that if they have a baby does that mean Jon Snow is mixed really?
Uh, so when you think about how Jon Snow looks, right, with the black hair, with the Michael Jackson perm a little bit, you got to compare that to who actually skeeted in that thing, who shot the club up. It
Sir
was
Christian
Christian
Cole,
Cole.
yeah, Sir
So
Keyshawn Cole,
so they left the episode on a cliffhanger, giving her the option of the Plan B pill. So
right?
if she don't take it and she come up pregnant and the babies don't have the kinky black hair, the kinky black blonde hair with the fro and everything, with the bad wig that they put on the kid, and instead had a Jon Snow hair, then you gonna know that that's Christian Cole kids.
But if she have a
That
baby with
that's
blonde hair, it still could be Keyshawn Cole kid because she got that Targaryen blood in her.
yeah, nah, but it would be out of the Targaryen bloodline because it would go to Cole, and then that's how we get Keisha Cole and all her records.
Yeah, but so if well, I guess Corlys is Valerian too, so his kids got that blonde hair. So yeah, I
Yeah,
guess we'll have to see.
it just we got to be while you on shoe watch, I'm on hair color watch.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, just as a side note: was the second baby, was that baby a girl or a boy? Because it looked like a girl.
It was a girl. Talking
Okay.
about with the King and Allison.
hmm
Yeah. Yeah, it was a girl.
And Allison, and
So
Allison, like so. Alicent's Aegon isn't the Mad King. Like it's gonna be another Aegon that's actually the Mad King, right?
right. Right.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So,
Uh yeah, so go ahead. What
so
you
because
about
I,
to say?
I was just wondering because this Aegon, he might be the Mad Baby because he's be crying all the time, right? Like every time they show him, he crying. I'm
Yeah.
wondering if that's
Yeah, I
foreshadowing
mean
that he just mad, like he just come from a mad line.
I mean anything can happen with an Aegon name. I
Yeah,
mean, from you got the Aegons, the Viserys, and the Marions, and all of them names, all the Ons, and that's. I mean, really, that whole bloodline is up in the air at this point, man. Like, you already know what time it is. But I think, Mike, we missing over like one of the biggest parts of the whole storyline. is we got Hightower. Allison's daddy is out of there.
Yeah,
Like
man.
the king pulled his whole card, man.
Yeah, man. They gave him. I don't know. Is he laid off, or is he part of the quiet quitting? Because he is no longer employed in the House Targaryen. He lost his job. He's on. I don't know if how much paid
He
leave he had stacked
he
up.
took the hand. He took the pen back. He ain't give him no pension. He
Nah,
got
man.
denied his pension. They took his PTO.
Yeah, but he do get like I heard. I think in Westeros, if I'm not mistaken, you do get 2 weeks severance.
I think he took that, Mike. I mean, he really read on the rights, man. Like he's he he made it. He did him the way uh those white people in Georgia did that school superintendent.
Yeah,
They was like, look, you ain't gonna be able to work here nor your next job.
yeah, man. That's the same. Like, you don't think? Do you think Viserys would give him a letter of recommendation because he worked for Viserys' grandsire, right? So you don't think he'll give him
Nah,
a letter of recommendation?
I mean when you think about it, even though I mean like what he did was real fucked up, Mike. Like he literally opened up the kingdom to be like completely torn down by rumors. Like you can't let that rumor just spread, even though we all know it's true. Like you just can't be out here like on the
But it
spy
wasn't
side of the
true. They said
game.
it was.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
said it was fucking. They really didn't fuck.
I'm saying, but he was still out here like with the monitoring, with the he had the prince's locations on,
So
and
so
he was
so
tapping into her phone.
so yeah. So it's a nuanced conversation because as the king's hand, that is kind of his responsibility. Like if she out here wilding out in the streets, you need to know before the word get out there.
You
You
do.
need to get ahead of it, right? Like it's like
That's true.
when Jenna Bush them was out there doing cocaine, right? Like the Secretary of State needed to know what was going on, right? And
I mean,
if you're a good hand of the king, you gotta tell the king that, hey, your daughter out here. At least you gotta let him know, man. She's been seen out in the streets. You know what I'm saying? At the whorehouse doing freaknik twerking.
I
But
know, Mike, but as we know, the messenger always gets shot.
yeah,
So it's how you package the message, and he didn't package it right.
yeah.
He was like, "Ooh, I got a smoking gun. Let me tell you about your daughter. She out here slanging that thing
So what would you have
raw,
done? So what
and
would
you
you have
can't
done?
do that."
What would you have done?
If I was him,
Hmm.
kill myself. Hey, what movie that's from, man?
Hey, you know what I would have done, man? This gonna sound real fucked up.
Wait, wait, hold on. What movie that's from, man?
I don't know, man. I have no idea.
That was from Passenger 57.
Oh,
That was from Passenger 57. All right, keep going, man.
this is gonna sound real messed up. But in that situation, you gotta kill the little boy who saw it, right? If you want to protect the kingdom,
Oh yeah,
yeah, yeah. You
that's
gotta
what
just
that's what. Isn't that what happened in Game of Thrones?
yeah, you gotta keep like you gotta kill the little person who delivered the message. Because if he the only one who really saw it, right? Because besides him, nobody really paid attention, from what I could tell.
Right.
So you gotta kill the little
I
boy.
mean, yeah. I mean, you think about it, man. Like Bran the Broken saw Cersei and Jamie, and
Mhm.
they pushed him out of a window.
Right, because they
You
knew what
know,
to do.
they knew right, right. Viserys, Viserys was the master. No, what was his name? Wasn't Viserys? What was the bald head man that was the eunuch?
Yeah,
And
I
I
can't
forgot his
remember.
name now.
But
He
the
was the
Master
master.
Whisper.
He was the whisperer. And then remember they killed his the kids, right? Didn't they kill
Yeah,
the kids?
they
They
put
did
the
something to the
whole they
kids.
set the dragon fire through all the little tombs, remember?
Yeah. They marked out. It was something else happened to them kids though, I thought. But anyway, yeah, I mean, hey, it's Game of Thrones, man. It's what you gotta do.
Yeah, you gotta kill the kid
But
who
but but I mean, but if you was the king, you gotta kill the hand because the hand was slinging rumors, and you got
now
to do that in front of your wife, who is the man's daughter. So now
but
she's sending him
was he
away, and
slinging
it's just him.
rumors or was he just believing the rumors? That was I mean, we only
He,
know that the boy told him.
I know, I'm saying, but no, the boy told the old girl too. Remember?
Who? Who?
Uh, Damon's
Oh,
side
Damon.
chick.
Yeah. You
So,
right.
yeah, so I mean, yeah, you gotta kill him, but you gotta kill the king because the king put the whole crown in jeopardy like that. But because he a weak king, he's sending him away, and that's gonna throw everything in uproar because you know the wife is she ain't got nobody. She ain't got her best friend no more. Now she ain't got
Yeah.
a daddy. She can't reach out to her family. So I mean, she on an island like Sansa was. So I mean, I don't know. We're gonna have to see what's gonna shake with that one.
But it's also bad to throw the hand out if he's the only one who really know about the rumor. Because like what incentive do you give him to not spread it now?
Right. That's why you
Now,
gotta kill him.
he fired me because I knew his daughter was out there, slinging that thing in the streets, right? Like he's gonna try to make
Right.
it look worse than it really is. You know what they said, right? They said she was out there like she was with three guys, all Targaryens, at
That's
the
what I'm saying.
right. Like he gonna make it big,
On Bourbon Street. On
right?
Bourbon Street.
During Mardi Gras, after they killed the man with the Mardi Gras mask.
Right. This is how they were celebrating
Yeah.
in a whole orgy.
So do you think she took the tea? I think she took the tea.
I don't know. I don't think she took. Well, I don't think she took the team. Like,
I mean, I think she
uh,
took like
we're gonna we'll see next
those
week, but I
Plan B
don't think she
pills,
took
those
it.
that Plan BT costs a lot, and then with the recent legislation in the Westeros that by the Westeros Supreme Court that struck down you know Roe versus Wade. She knows there's very few Planned Parenthood clinics, so I think she took it.
I I heard they got one. I think the last one is like right outside of Winterfell.
Nah, you got to go to the
And
free
then if
state. You got to go to the free states, bro. Right now,
they got
after that Supreme Court decision, you got to go to the free states to get safe and legal abortions.
you could go there, but then you can also go to Craster's Keep, and then just have the fetus be served up to the White
Yeah,
Walkers.
yeah. Or what's that place where they put Sansa and had the dogs watching her? Yeah,
Uh
you go there.
oh down it that was in Winterfell.
Yeah. No, that wasn't
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Winterfell. That when she had the candle. Was that Winterfell? When old boy had her on the throne and she
Uh
had the candle.
to my Ramsey,
Yeah,
I thought that was in Winterfell.
it might have
Like
been
down in the cause then they ended up putting Ramsey back down there, right? Yeah, that
yeah,
was in Winterfell.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in either case, man, You know, oh,
You can't do this.
we
Wait, what
can
you say?
we uh we saw the infamous blade that has the Song of Fire and Ice. Is that I think
Oh man,
is that the same blade that kills the
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 White
White
Walker,
Walkers?
the Night King.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be. That's supposed to be the cat's paw dagger.
yeah. So
Yeah,
that blade supposedly has the whole story. Like it basically got Jon Snow's family tree on it.
I know, but um that's what made the end of Game of Thrones so bad, man. Is that John was the prince that was promised, and we he didn't get to be the king. Now you know I was rooting for Bran, and I mean I wanted Bran to do something cool, and we'll see. Not really, but it just would have been dope to have like that whole thing, that whole prophecy be seen. So I don't know. I hope somehow we either get some kind of payoff, or like I wish they could bring all the actors back to reshoot that final season, or at least those final three episodes, because the show kind of died when Samuel Tarly was laying on the pile of them dead folks, and he was just stabbing them with one arm like he was DJ Khaled. Like he looked just like DJ Khaled at that point. Like he was just doing it. And like, all right, but everybody else dying, but he doing this.
So, but the prince that was promised, he was only promised to save humanity, and he kind of did that, right? Like Jon Snow did what the prince that was promised was supposed to do.
I mean, I get it, but I mean, it was supposed, I mean, it was he was supposed to rule, man. He was supposed to be the Targaryens taking back the throne. I don't know what that was we got. I mean, he ended up stabbing Daenerys and then getting put in the dungeon. And then next thing you know, Bran is the king.
Yeah, he got to go
Like, that
live.
ain't got nothing to do with what the dagger was talking about.
He got to go live in the free states.
And then, so, we love the scene with Arya using the dagger to kill him. But, like, it technically, John was supposed to use that dagger to kill the Night King. And he be the prince that was promised. Like that. Well, he was at the very least, John should not have been there yelling at a dragon, at a zombie dragon, at the very least.
But he rode his he rode a dragon, man. That's all we could ask.
We did get that. That was pretty dope. But nah, I mean, this was one of those episodes where uh you know, despite all the good dialogue, I love when they talked about the hour of the owl. You're out past the at the hour of the owl. I was like, oh, I like that.
Yeah.
You got the good dialogue, but unfortunately, the only thing that we can remember is that like this whole like real sex hedonism episode that they just kind of took us through.
Man, they were wilding.
But
They were wild. But this was a good episode. I feel like this episode set up, all of the turmoil that we're going to see in the future, right? Like
right,
the first couple of
right.
episodes were laying foundation. Like you need to know this is going on. You need to know this is going on. You need to know Corlys got some kids. You need to know that he got some
Mm,
ships. You need to know the lay of the land where all the families at. And now we're setting the political machinations in in progress. We're setting them in action. But so everything that we're going to see now is a result of this. Now we see how intertwined this is. Like Alice said she wanted to be queen. She liked being queen, but now her daddy ain't got no job. Do she have to move her daddy in with her? Where she gonna move her daddy into? Then you got Rihanna gonna marry the Fresh Prince of Valeris, who he got his own dragon, but she know that she don't like him. She really marry him to satisfy her daddy because she gonna have to marry somebody. You got Damon
mm,
mad, so mad that and so desirous of the throne that he is willing to marry his niece. You got the baby who, is
Won't
also
stop
really,
crying.
yeah, who won't stop crying, but they also want him to marry um, his sister friend. Like it's so incestuous. You got the king slowly withering away from eczema, from iron-induced eczema. Um, who
And
need a
you
liniment.
got right. You got Tyler Perry producing plays. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep track of everything.
Then you got and then you got little stuff on the outside, like who gonna run uh the free states, right? Because the free states really don't have nobody ruling them. Uh, all of that is up for
Mm,
grab. Really, if Damon wanted to be petty, he could take his crown back and say, because they call him
mm,
king already, right? He technically the king. So he could,
mm.
technically turn on him, and Corlys could form an alliance with Corlys's money and Daemon's kinghood, and rival Westeros. So you got a lot of things in play.
Yeah, I mean, not to mention, I mean, the biggest thing is the Kings failing health. Um, them not having any, you know, access to affordable health care. Even with him being the king, I mean, uh, I don't know how many more fingers he's going to have, and eventually he's not going to be on the throne anymore, and
Yeah.
it's going to upend this whole thing,
And we
and
see what,
so
because I don't think they have, if they have even a healthcare plan, I know they don't have prescription coverage because, he can't even get any good medicine. He got people got to make teas for Plan B pills in the middle of the night. Um,
I mean, he just looked like he in pain, like constant pain. Like his feet hurt, his back hurt, his sex hurt, his ears hurt. You know what I mean? It's like it ain't enough drugs, it ain't enough food, it ain't enough to like just get him through like this allergy he has to sitting on the throne. Like,
he is
get you a little
allergic to
pad or something.
being king, man. That is crazy as hell to me. He allergic to being the king.
Now that
And
I mean,
then
I'm trying to think. Have I?
not to mention him and his daughter Jawline um, missing. Uh, him or his daughter don't have no jawlines, so I don't know
You
how
talking
to.
about?
Yeah,
You talking about
Viserys
Rihanna?
or Rihanna don't have, like, they have very very missing jawlines. Like they go from neck to mouth, like uh, really without any jawbone definition.
Do you think that comes from the Philip Seymour Hoffman side or the Targaryen side?
I think it's a little bit of mix of both. And I had somebody, there was a scene where she reminded me of somebody who was not Philip Seymour Hoffman or Targaryen, but I cannot remember who it was now. But when
And
I remember it,
you gotta remember.
when I remember it, boy, you're gonna think, oh yeah, you're gonna see it immediately.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think. I mean, I'm excited. I can't wait to see where we go next. I mean, we got the intro. We got like a little introductory battle. Like you brought in the crab feeder to just to kind of tune up for the real battles. You got the sex out the way. You know what I mean? So now, I mean, it's time to throw down. So
Yeah. Like
and it
all I
looked
just
like that's
want
what's
is
coming
less
next.
incest, more action. That's all I request. Less pedophilia, more
Yeah.
action.
Yeah, yeah, man. Leave the kids alone. Leave your cousins alone. Just go and do other familial activities. So
Man, you don't even really have a
I
chance to
mean,
grow up in Westeros. As soon as you
no,
turn,
as soon as you born, bro, you gotta whip that
bro.
thing out, bro. Like,
Yeah, bro. It'd be like asking you
damn,
at kindergarten, like, who you gonna marry?
damn, he's still breastfeeding, man. Let him walk first. Oh man, yeah, man. It was nuts, yo. But yo, another crazy episode of this was truly hot D. This was a hot D episode.
Yes.
Coming
Especially
in hot.
with
So
Usaco cousin having all that armor on. They took like half of the whole sex scene was just him taking off
it was just
clothes.
yeah, man. He had like a gang of clothes, man. I
You
mean, he
know
had the
he literally had hot D.
he literally did, man. Like I know he was cooking under that suit, man. He had all the layers.
And what if he didn't really want to have sex with her? He just wanted to take them clothes off for a little while. Because I don't think that that the castle has central air. I think they put.
I mean,
I think the Lannisters were the first ones to put heating and cooling in the castle.
I just hope he don't like. I hope he don't eat no lima beans or nothing and have to like run to the bathroom like real quick because he ain't gonna make it, man. His whole suit gonna be fucked
Now they got a
up, like
flap
it's
you
gonna
can
be
pull
smelling.
down. They got a flap you can
I
pull down.
don't think he had a flap. If he had a flap, then he would have just pulled down the flap and had sex with old girl.
Bro, I don't
He
think
got to take off a part. He got to bring out a screwdriver. get get this
you
little
got
part right here,
you need a Phillips head to take all that.
bro. You need some lima beans, man. It is over, bro.
Yeah, you might be right, man. I'm pretty sure they have a flap, man. I think I read that somewhere. They got a flap.
Nah, man. Like it ain't even like ergonomic. Like how I don't even see how you fight in it. Like it don't. It look like the suit is just like there. Like you just stand there and like people stab you, and then like whatever they stab you with, it'll break.
Then he
And
got
then like
leather stuff under the suit, man. Like, man,
leather, yeah, man. Then he had on the t-shirt.
yeah. That was Fruit of the Loom, not Hanes too.
Right. With the breathable material.
Yeah,
You know what I
man.
mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, man. Yeah, I mean that was it, man. That was
Them
them
thrones.
thrones, and
Them thrones.
we just we just can't leave them alone.
We
Like
never could.
them thrones
Them thrones.
coming every week in your home.
And your phones. Peace.
Babe.